Are we not?
I mean, after the...
I am particularly offended by other people's bad habits that are not the same as my own at the present time. The way they always do those things, this and that and other stuff that I don't have the time, money, or energy to do anymore. But if you've got some things to say about stuff I do every day, that is not the same as yourself at the present time. Who, tell me who, that's WHO, died and made you king.
Be me. Girlfriend admitted she had a foot fetish a few months ago and gets turned on by me worshiping her feet. Always have made fun of foot fetishists, never once turned me on. Indulge her at the time because why not? It doesn't hurt me. Fast forward 2 months. Get instant boners when she takes off her socks and puts her feet on my lap now. What have I become?
You just become what you hate.
Become what you hate the most.
I mean, it's what's a term? It's like any port in a storm. It's like if being into feet is gonna get you some, then you're gonna get a boner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's what it takes.
I think it's more like a Pavlov thing.
Yeah,
It starts
you could do that
off,
too. There you
starts
go.
off with feet in your lap, and then you get sex. Then every time you get feet in your lap,
You come in your pants.
you come in your pants. Anytime you see some feet.
Now I wonder if that's progressing into like foot fucking, like that kind of thing.
I've never tried it.
I mean,
I've never wanted to try it.
No, not for me.
I stay away from the feet. Always
I was
have.
propositioned
Down
once.
there.
of course you were propositioned once.
I didn't do it,
Like
though.
that.
Do we have
This
a video
old
to
story.
represent it?
You hear this like twice a week.
So here in Tennessee, our restaurants were supposed to reopen Monday. Aside from a few of the larger counties, well, I don't live in a larger county, but I got so excited. I was like, finally, I texted Brian. I texted Patrick and Brian. Patrick was working. He
You
couldn't get out early. We don't have time because both these guys fucking go to sleep at like 10. Like it's like
we work during the day, Nathan.
and
Day
old people.
walkers.
And so then I said, Brian, all right, well, let's go to Hooters. Let's go to Hooters. And let's do it. Get out there. Still not open. Start calling every restaurant in the area that I can think of. Oh, we got to go. Do you want to go? No, I don't want to go. I want to sit inside like a goddamn human.
Yeah.
Today I did find the Mexican restaurant Los Amigos.
Los Amigos.
God bless them.
Yeah.
Had
Yep.
open. They all had masks on. They all had gloves. They had pushed a lot of the tables together to create some space.
Oh, okay.
And they didn't have any salt or pepper shakers on the table. And they asked you if you wanted a menu. And the
Okay.
menu did smell strongly of bleach.
Oh,
That's good.
okay. Yeah, I guess maybe that's
So
it's like they're more than willing to give you a menu, but for every menu they give out,
So,
that means they just have to
yeah.
bleach it.
it was, other
Yeah.
than that, it was a normal mixed kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's all the Chinese restaurants are starting to open back up around here now too.
Oh, they are?
The one in North Public Shopping Center open, and the one in Cocoa that I usually go to just started, opening up for takeout.
Yeah.
But that's all I ever got anyway.
We
But
did.
you guys have had no word of like restaurants opening up,
Well,
yet, have you?
we got it today. Yeah. Governor DeSantis just gave a thing a couple hours ago.
When does that go into effect?
That is May 4th, so next Monday.
Oh, okay.
I know we haven't done intros or whatever, but I can tell you what they are here. Let's see. School remain in distance learning, which that was a given. Everybody said that, why have the schools go back for 3 weeks? visits to senior living facilities, so no nursing homes still. Elective surgeries can resume. Restaurants may offer outdoor seating. I guess, oh, okay, with 6 foot. I was going to say with impunity, but no, with 6 foot space. And then indoor seating at 25% capacity. That's, that. Man, these restaurants are going to be, there's going to be lines out the door, down the street.
Oh, yeah.
Retail can operate at 25% of indoor capacity. He did mention that, of course, like Home Depot and Lowe's and stuff like that have been open.
Yeah,
a lot of
they
them
have.
doing the curbside and stuff. But now they're going to be allowed to have people inside at the 25% capacity. No change for bars, gyms, and personal services like hairdressers. So our neighbor at the store, he's SOL. We have a.
You know what pisses me off is Tennessee is still, they're not reopening. They're another full month of closure for bars.
Oh,
I was like,
we haven't
why
said
don't
that
you
yet.
another full month? And it's like, why don't you just at least have table service?
I mean,
And just don't let people stand at the bar. Like, I don't get.
Yeah,
I have to say that the Home Depot here, or in Fort O, has been opened every week. No distancing.
there's
This
no
was
like.
the first.
Is there any like maintaining a certain amount of people inside, having people wait outside to go in or anything?
I mean, the one I'm going to every week is in Fort Oglethorpe, which
It's Georgia.
yeah, it's Georgia. So I went every week. Last week, everybody was wearing masks. This week, I went in, and there was never so many people in the store. There's no little cart corrals like at Walmart going in.
Mm-hmm.
Never a thing. They had some stuff taped off in the floor, but I have went to Home Depot every week for the last through
What are you
the
going to Home
entire
Depot
time of this.
Every week.
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, why are you going for?
He's a
what are you
man.
doing?
He has to.
You just going in and stroking the hammers? What are you doing?
It's like aromatherapy. You walk in there and you just smell all that wood.
Yeah.
Wooden
I mean,
tools.
It's like the feet.
it's-
It gives them a boner. That's what it takes
Yeah.
now.
it's
Different strokes for different days.
it's testosterone therapy. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. No, Alyssa bought a home,
Right. Okay.
so
So it's already been built. What do you need at Home Depot?
Yeah,
Because
he's buying it, building a
She's
house, next
making
to
it her own. She's
Making one next
fancying
to
it
it.
up. So every
Building a
week,
new house.
I go down and she spends money, and we put stuff up, and so. But Home Depot
Well,
has
that's
been
nice of
packed.
It's nice of
Depot.
you there, Dad.
It's my job. It's my
Yeah.
role.
Okay,
Yeah.
boomer.
Yeah, that boomer thing, I forgot about that. That kind of went away a little bit, didn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Keagull
Yeah,
said
I was
that-
hoping it would. I had hope for the future when people understood what the boomer generation was. Now that they don't, and now they can vote, it's all ruined. Our future is doomed because people call the wrong people boomers.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Anyone over?
What a Karen.
No
thing to say.
grasp on what history, timelines, or any of that
Yeah.
shit
What
is.
qualifies
internet,
as a
Dave.
boomer?
I know.
It's the
I
internet,
know.
people. It doesn't matter. It's all memes. It spreads mimetically.
I know. Mimetically.
Yeah.
Mimetically. Do you have to have a mask for something like that? Mimetically?
To say the word or to spread
To
something?
stop from spreading it.
To s-
It's got that troll face on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Steve-O, how you doing?
Oh man, I'm great. I have a something worth sharing. I don't think that I found this out in time to mention it last week. Forgive me if I did, but we have Elon has given us a somewhat of a time frame on the beginning of Starlink. He said in about 3 weeks they're gonna, or 3 weeks, 3 months they'll start a private beta for Starlink, and then in about 6 months they'll start a public beta for it. So there you go. There's something to look forward to. And they'll probably be,
Beta.
yeah. I assume you still have to pay for the service or whatever, but you
Yeah.
have to also sign a thing that says, "I understand it might suck."
I'll try it. I'd like to try it.
And,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what the speeds are and if there's data caps or any of the details?
No, not really. I mean, the speeds are supposed to be comparable to cable internet, and the pings are supposed to be even better, or that's how they've advertised it. And I would say with they're keeping up the pace. I mentioned last week that actually on the day of the show, before the show, they had a launch of 60 Starlink satellites, and I just heard that next week there's another one. So that'll be the 8th batch.
480.
Yeah, it'll be up to 480. And so I'd say they'll do that and maybe even another one in May. And so by the time it comes to public beta, there'll probably be 1,000 of them up there, I would think, or close to it.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be getting pretty close to having service everywhere, I would think.
All right.
Does the beta cost, and how do you get into it?
Well, we don't know the details yet.
It's private beta first, and then it'll roll it out to the public.
Yeah, I don't know what private beta. I mean, I guess that means just them and maybe employees are using it to see how it works.
Yeah.
But
Dave,
exciting.
Dave, how you doing, Dave? Besides your Home Depot travels,
I'm all right, man. I'm doing okay. I mean, my stigmata blisters have almost cleared up, so that's cool.
Nice.
When you're using a screwdriver, man, all the time, you get these little blisters.
Just always using
Stigmatas.
tools.
That's right. Try it sometime.
Try it sometime,
I usually
pussy.
just pull out a key, and, like tighten the screw with a key, whatever's close by.
Yeah. It's called Mario on speed dial.
Well, no, I haven't seen. No, I don't think Mario would come here, honestly, because when I dropped the rent check off last time, he was home and he stood up in his garage, and he was like, "Oh no, just put it in the mailbox." Yeah. Like, okay, well, fine with me, but yeah, I don't think he'd even come over here.
You got that corona fright.
Yeah.
He just comes over and we both all of a sudden have pretend coughs. Mario, I just want to shake your head.
I've had people I delivered to do that joke. Everybody
Yeah.
inside starts coughing. Yeah, kind of.
I haven't had that. That's weird.
Yeah. Brad.
What's up?
How's it going?
Did you time that on purpose?
Right when he's taking a drink.
Right when I'm taking a drink.
Always try to do that.
You're a master of the craft. I'm doing all right. I'm feeling a little under the weather today, but it's not COVID related.
I like how everybody has to, anytime they're not feeling well, they have to immediately say that.
Yeah.
Well, it's stomach issues and not.
Yeah.
breathing
I don't feel
issues.
good. I had a bad burrito.
That's
Yeah.
essentially the long and short of it. But I'm doing all right. Work's been slow lately, so we've just been cleaning out shit in the warehouse. So that's been kind of boring, but kind of easy, if that makes any sense.
Man, that dude you
Yeah.
work with is in chat.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Just called him boring. That Keagull.
Well, it's just like
boring Keagull. We call
Boring
told-
and
yeah.
easy. I'm going to make sure he knows
easy,
that.
him.
easy Keagull.
Easy.
Easy.
Give him the
Keezy.
easy Keagull.
It's that easy Keagull.
It's the
Write up a
latest sex
definition.
craze.
Yeah, write up
Yeah.
a definition in Urban Dictionary for the easy Keagull.
The easy Keagull.
Space sex. Easy Keagull.
Oh yeah. But other than that, I've been doing pretty good.
Hey, she won't put out. You just give her the easy Keagle.
Give her the easy Keagull, baby. Well, time to get that going at work.
That's good. There'll be a part 2 to that tomorrow.
There's
Yeah,
always
yeah,
a
try to
part
get that-
two when you're doing the easy Keagle.
Becca.
Hello. You guys have given me so much good material already. I've been writing so much.
I could tell. I
Damn,
could tell by your
we're-
smile.
I'm
We
having
haven't
a
been
great
here
time.
long.
What's new this week,
I'm
Becca?
having a great time.
I'm excited that retail places will be open again for at least 25% capacity. And I hope that means like shopping stuff. like other than Home Depot, you know?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
want to
I
go out and buy things?
I
with
pictured like
money?
department stores and stuff, like
Yeah.
Sears Roebuck.
Oh yeah,
You
I'm
know,
dying to hit the Sears.
They have
Hit up the
clothes.
easy Keagull.
They do. I just really want to go shopping.
Like bookstores, I wonder if like Barnes and Noble is going to open and if they're going to let you like pick up the books.
Ooh.
You're just going to have to like. I mean, Barnes and Noble and bookstores are already struggling, so you really wonder how they're going to make it through this. But
A bookstore couldn't be any worse than a clothing store. Everybody's touching everything.
That's a good point, actually. I think more people touch things at a clothing store than a bookstore.
Yeah, and
You
try
literally
things
touch
on.
things at
have to touch
Walmart.
a book, though. You have to inspect it. Like you have to.
And
But
clothes, you have to
can
try them
see.
on.
Or you could just look at, like, you don't have to touch every one of them in the store. You know, just the
You
ones
gotta
you want.
find your size.
Can't you do something that isn't there an app to do that where you can take your picture and then just be trying on clothes and shit while you're in quarantine?
I don't think it does your size. It just shows you what you look like in it.
Yeah.
Does it,
And
Patrick?
then it just orders whatever
Yeah.
size you
Okay.
called it to.
I guess you've been exploring that feature.
Every day.
now there's something to say. What about contact surface? Is like a cotton shirt as transmissible as like a paperback cover? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
there
I
might
don't
be
remember.
some
There's a list of
difference there.
different things. It lives on different surfaces for different times. But I don't know. I don't have it memorized. I'm pretty sure it can live.
You haven't memorized
I
the
haven't memorized-
contact surface list?
No, I'm afraid not.
No wonder you don't feel well today. You got the coop.
Did you inject some bleach in yourself?
Maybe I should.
Yeah, he'd feel better if he did.
Who could blame him, honestly?
Honestly, that was my British accent.
Patrick,
Yeah. What's going on?
how I want
You're
to
freezing up.
hear how
I think he wants to hear how Patrick is doing. That sounds like
yeah,
we
what the
need-
fuck's happened?
It did a hiccup while you were speaking.
Yeah, what the fuck's
Oh,
going on,
okay.
Patrick?
Oh, me?
Would you think he was
Yeah,
doing
what's
that on
going on,
purpose?
What the fuck?
My internet
Nathan
shit, help
froze
me,
for a
Elon.
minute, so the top of the screen got all pixelated,
Yeah.
so it looked like Nathan had an afro. Or at
Oh,
least,
that's
at least from
beautiful.
my end, it was. He was
He's
talking,
got Afro energy.
and then there was a pixelated afro over his head. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Nathan's got that ATL energy about him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
what
right.
about that? Yeah.
But no, I'm pretty excited. I get to move to my new place Friday. And then a couple days ago, I actually found out that I'm going to be a dad.
Oh, what?
So-
Whoa!
Whoa! This is huge.
It's not a like your cat had kittens kind of thing.
No, this is, I got my girlfriend pregnant kind of thing.
Now, how does this work?
It does sound more romantic.
Well,
when you say it
when
that way.
you put a penis into a vagina,
I
And
mean,
it
I've been
ejaculates.
playing Ancestry.
Stop! You're gonna get us. You're gonna get us banned here.
oh yeah, that's
you
right.
said penis, vagina. Oh my god!
I used the correct terms. But yeah.
You're not allowed to say penis anymore. Oh God, I said it. Oh God.
Well,
Well,
congratulations.
congratulations, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Apparently, it is supposed to be due on New Year's Eve, and we're
Alright,
gonna let it pick its own gender and
Yeah.
name.
No, it's Brian and I are fighting over the name. It's gonna be either Brian or Nathan.
So somebody do the reverse math real quick and figure out what day they fucked.
What day? Figure out what day Patrick pulled out too late.
I'm gonna say late March, early April.
Sometime during COVID.
Well,
It's going to
I
be
mean,
an uptick in babies 9 months from March.
Yeah, totally.
The COVID generation.
It's going to be the real rush on the hospitals. Like
Yeah.
all these hospitals have been
Yeah.
barely filled. They're laying off doctors because they can't be paid because there's no elective surgery. All the doctors stand around going, "Where are the patients?" Oh, 9 months from now.
Yeah.
9 months
Yeah.
from now, be ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got all these ventilators, but they don't help us give birth.
The market's gonna be flooded with doctors who don't want to work anymore. It's just they're gonna be like, instead of midwives, they're gonna be like mid uncles, mid husbands.
They're getting that unemployment check right now. So.
I figured it out.
Oh
The
yeah.
exact date.
I never told anybody how far along she is, but
It was St.
You did
Patrick's
tell
Day.
us.
It
You
was,
did
it
I
was
did.
absolutely St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's.
That has to be it.
Happy birthday.
Of
No,
It was St. Patrick's Day.
Do you make your girlfriend call you St. Patrick now?
No.
Here's a funny fact. I hope my sister Eileen is listening right now. This is something that occurred to me some point in my late teens, and I was just thinking about I'm a year and 9 months older than my sister Eileen.
Mhm.
And I was thinking, oh, wait a minute. She was definitely conceived on my birthday.
Oh.
You're welcome, Eileen. You're welcome.
Oh,
My
that's so
first
dirty.
my birthday is exactly 9 months after Valentine's Day. Classic.
Classic.
Patrick, can you describe for us your feelings upon first hearing this, and then the evolution of where you're at today emotionally and mentally?
Well, when she brought it up to me, I thought it was a prank.
Good one.
She told you on April 1st? What?
No, because I do this kind of stuff all the time, try to make people
Tell her
believe
she's
something that's not real, and then
Yeah, I don't
And
really
then let
honestly
him-
believe this yet.
Yeah,
So
right. Is that what you're doing right now?
no, it's really happening. But yeah, she was like, by the way, I'm pregnant, and I was like, no,
Yeah, right.
okay,
Cool.
you're just
What do you
messing
want
with
for
me.
lunch?
No, I don't accept it.
Yeah. And then she brought out the what's it called?
Pregnancy test?
Yeah, the pregnancy test. Brought it out, showed it positive. I was like, who'd you get to pee on this, or what did you put on this to make it positive?
You didn't ask her what ad on Craigslist giving out free positive pregnancy test.
You let this set out past the 4 minutes and it changed.
Yeah.
She put
And
it out in the
then-
sun and it showed 2 lines.
Yeah. So she's like, no, I'm not joking about this. I can pee on another one again, or wait till the morning. It's up to you.
She said, you can watch me pee on it. And he's like, yeah.
Either way,
put
the
another
test is
baby in there
$20.
right
So you
now.
owe me $20.
He might
Maybe
discover another
more.
fetish like that foot guy, though. You
Yeah.
gotta be careful.
I don't know about watching
By the
peeing,
way,
but
Nathan,
okay.
she
Right.
is here.
Yeah.
And she says you're dead.
Who?
I
My
live.
sister.
Oh, okay. And so accepted it that night, excited for it, and then she peed on the next pregnancy test the next morning, and it's positive. So
Well,
Or you
Keagull
have to-
says
Just gonna-
congrats.
yeah. Thank you for the congrats.
So you're just gonna
I'm-
keep blowing loads in there like crazy,
Dude. Yeah. Now it's,
Yeah,
yeah, with
get it in there.
impunity. Just go to town.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Pound Town.
Yeah, no reason why not to. Yeah.
As soon as this podcast ends,
But, yeah. So
I guess congratulations are in order.
Yeah.
thank you.
yeah,
Yeah.
Patrick can blow loads without impunity.
But yeah, I'm excited to have this kid. I'm not doing the I'll let you choose your own gender bullshit because you're a
Oh.
child. So
Oh, that's
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm sorry, Nathan. I totally ruined that. She
No.
said you're not dead. She is dead, and she is traumatized.
She already knew that. I'm pretty sure I would.
Did she?
I'm pretty sure I had said that to her at one other point, but
What, in 7th grade?
yeah.
As you did that baby math.
Hey, I heard we have a voicemail.
Oh yes.
No.
Indeed,
I
we
heard.
do. From one of our most beloved.
No.
All right, let me get OBS up. Make sure it doesn't get too loud. Okay, here we go.
Guys, Jerry, you're talking about COVID and the swab tests and stuff, and how we can only produce so many at a time. My unit in Memphis has actually been taking deliveries 2 or 3 times a week, between 500,000 to 1 million swab kits from Italy that are being produced in Italy that we're buying. So that's between, let's just say, 1.5 million additional tests a week, maybe 2 million for the last 3 weeks to help bring in more capability. Also, you're talking about how the president said that, there's a new test where you can just squirt saline up your nose. That's not a new test. That's the one actually that the majority of my family had on March 27th or the 28th. And I actually did that the first time. They just literally take saline, squirt it up your nose. You have to gargle so it doesn't go down your throat. They squirt some on both nostrils up some. You gargle for a few seconds and then you blow it out your nose. And they collect that saline into a cup and they go and test that. So that test isn't actually new. So
Well, take it up with Trump.
So I'll see you guys later.
Blow it out
Does
your
anybody
nose.
Blow it
notice
out your nose,
talks
Jerry.
like he's saying a haiku, but it's like a run-on haiku.
So, do you guys remember last week when I told you that story about Duncan and the chick that wouldn't let go of my drink and said, "See you later, Becca"?
Yeah.
A couple days later, I got a text on my phone from an unknown number that said, "See you later, Becca."
Was it a
And-
green text or a blue text?
I think it was green. I don't remember. It's unimportant. I don't see colors.
Have you not tracked? Have you not tracked this person down yet?
We'll get there. So I didn't know who it was, so I just said, "I don't know who this is, but that's a top-notch joke." And then I Googled the number, and it pulled up some Toyota information about Jerry. So
Toyota.
Good work, Jerry.
Way to go, Jerry. Yeah, they actually, one of the things that the governor mentioned was that they have plenty of tests right now, and he was kind of going through, like, if you have symptoms, you can get checked if you are a healthcare worker or whatever. And then he did mention even if you don't have symptoms, but you think you may have come in contact, you can go get tested. That almost sounds to me like anybody can, because anybody could say, "I think I may have had contact." But I don't know if that's the case.
Oh,
Did
I
you
found a
say-
video of a girl that thought she was getting tested for COVID. Or,
Oh, yeah.
you know what I'm talking about, Nathan?
Yeah.
Let me send this to you, Steven. I
Yeah,
just
send
found
it to him.
Okay.
So, like, yeah, she's live streaming her herself, like, talking with the doctor,
Yeah.
and she thinks her symptoms are COVID.
This is our society today. Everybody's got to get
Crap.
internet attention. Everybody's on their Instagram and their whatever, streaming their TikTok, and oh my god, I might have coronavirus. I can get some fucking
Yeah.
views
Get
with
some
this. I'll be in
cred
the
on it.
hospital. I'll have my mask on. I'm actually kind of excited about it. I might get some attention. And
Yeah. Now,
you're
this
streaming
has
live.
nothing to do with the video I sent you earlier, Steven, by the way.
Okay. It's probably going to start playing loudly. Let's see. Okay. Now let me put it up on the other screen here.
So here's the girl. She's got her phone out. She's sitting in the bed, and
She's already got like viewers watching her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can see their
First,
chat
tomorrow,
going.
Your urine was positive for chlamydia, so they're gonna
I'm alive. Excuse me.
So they're going to give you some oral antibiotics. You'll get your first dose tonight.
E-thoughts. Stay off the internet. Go to church.
What are the symptoms of chlamydia that she thought it was?
Pussy
dry-
sneezes. Yeah, sneezing pussy.
Runny nose
Runny
of the pussy.
Yep.
Occasional
Oh, man.
cough.
Wait, I want to hear that again.
And to discharge you tomorrow, your urine was positive for chlamydia. So they're going to
He's like, oh,
Excuse me.
Oh,
Ma'am?
hang on. I was on live.
That
so
nurse
they're gonna
sounds
give you, some
local.
oral antibiotics.
Yep.
You'll get your first dose tonight.
Tonight.
oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, should we go ahead and talk about Elon getting hacked by Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Sure.
He found a whole new way to make people hate him. See, the thing that I think is funny about it is like it's got the whole like my little echo chamber of space geeks are like I can no longer follow this man. Like and like some people are like, you think just because he does electric cars and is interested in solar power and stuff, you think that he's a humanitarian, but really he's not. He's just a man child, that's got too much money and is just having fun.
He wants to kill people to make money.
Like, it did come as a shock to me, that I saw all these tweets. I mean, it seemed very Donald Trump-esque how it was, Free America Now and like Bravo, Texas or whatever it was. Wait, did I pull up his? I don't think I did pull up his Twitter, or did I? What was this?
One of his, he posted one right before
right.
we started that's got a graph. Yeah, that one.
And this is, you have to understand that, he is a scientifically minded individual. And if this is what the data's showing, and, I'm assuming, I don't know, I don't see any sources or anything on this, but if this is what the data's showing, then your position should act accordingly.
Yeah.
You should, you know what I mean? Like, and like, I haven't known where to stand, but the nice thing about it is I'm not making decisions. I'm just kind of floating along with everyone else and just kind of watching it. But if this is what the data shows, that, this is what they predicted, that we were going to be skyrocketing. And that was another thing that the governor mentioned today was the projections were that that Florida were going to have like 450,000 hospitalizations during this, and we've had 2,000 hospitalizations, not cases, but hospitalizations. And now, one pitfall I think that people are probably going to be falling into is they might be like, well, then why do we do all this quarantine and stay at home and all this stuff? Well, that might be why it hasn't been as bad as we think. But when people are getting mad at the idea of anything opening back up under any circumstance and even, with measures in place, and that's what I'm seeing, in, again, my little echo chamber of like the space world, is people voicing their frustration that anything is opening up at all. And then, of course, Elon comes out with all this stuff, and they're pissed at him. Your opinion should be data driven. If you have a strong opinion on it, it should be data driven, not I feel this way. And I think there might be a subset of the population who is kind of enjoying all this not having to go to work.
And getting paid to not go to work.
Now,
Yeah.
I mean, $1,200 is not enough to live on, but some people might be able to make it work in a way.
No,
that it
the
does.
unemployment.
No,
Oh,
yeah,
the
that's where they're
unemployment
getting the
through
money.
the
Is
roof.
unemployment.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
and
like
it's like you
800 a
get-
week.
Yeah,
I heard
mean,
6, but yeah, I mean, like, oh no,
No,
I heard
600 above
above
normal unemployment.
Yeah, and yeah, we were joking about that at work one day. Like, okay, so wait, if it's like normally 300 and then you get 600 on top of that, I'd be making 900 a week. That's more than I make.
It's insane. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
you were joking
Huh? Well, we weren't. I mean, we were joking about the idea of quitting, like quitting
Right.
to collect unemployment.
Joking.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I think
Joking.
that there is probably a group of people out there that is against reopening everything because they want to continue sitting on the couch and making that fat check.
I heard on the radio Georgia was already having that problem, that a lot of people were making more than what they were making at their normal job, so they didn't want to get
It
off
is,
unemployment and go back to work.
Yeah.
Is my mom, who is a manager of a store, is having that issue with her workers right now. They're making more not working than they were working. Why would they want to come back?
Right.
You know, it's so she's got people that don't want to come back and work, and they're starting to open their hours back up. I mean,
Yeah, I was thinking when it all started, you know, and like people started getting laid off and everything. It's like, okay, well, at least they know they'll still have their job when they get back. They don't even want their job. They don't want their job to come back. They want to continue living this way.
you've got a protest planned for Friday with Amazon, Walmart, and FedEx workers literally going, we don't want to work too. We feel unsafe. We don't want to work too. Well, let's not work so we can make some money, you know, not working. I just, back in the Great Depression, when that happened, people still knew how to fucking work hard. What's going to happen when our economy goes up and we've got so many fucking lazy motherfuckers? I mean, I consider myself lazy.
Yeah.
And these people are so
But you got
beyond.
pride.
Yeah, I at least gotta. I mean, when I'm at work, I want to work, and I work hard, you know, and I want things to be done well and done right because I want to make more money. That's my thought on it. But
Yeah.
you've got people that can't even do the basic shit. They don't care about what they're doing, and now you're gonna say, well, we'll just pay you to not do anything, and so we're gonna fall into this fucking hole, like this trap we created for ourselves.
Yeah. And shutting that off is going to be, man, that's going to be huge. You know.
But but you're talking about that bubble, like, you know, the certain community that you in contact with, you know, they're getting mad at Elon because what he is saying is in line with,
we lost
you know, the
with
governor,
Donald
a lot of the
Trump, yeah.
governors, and what Trump is saying. We need to okay, if Trump needs to lock down half a year, if he's saying that all these people, he's a dictator, he's a fascist.
Yeah.
We need to be opening up the economy now. It's not about the data. It's just about let's fight over this thing. And like I said, my thing, you know, I think I bought into a lot of what was being said earlier, because, you know, what I was saying was, this thing is doubling every week. Remember, I was talking about that, and by the time I made that prediction, right now, you know, Tennessee should have had 1 million cases,
right?
You know, and it's just not developed that way.
No.
And so you've got to be revising and looking at the best info you can. And everything I'm saying is it ain't that big of a fucking deal. And the worst thing now is what's happening to our economy.
There was a quote, and I can't find what it was from, but Elon retweeted it, so I'm just going to assume that he said it, otherwise he wouldn't have retweeted it. But he said, to say that they cannot leave their house and they'll be arrested if they do, this is fascist. This is not democratic. This is not freedom. Give people back their goddamn freedom.
I agree completely.
I don't know. I mean, it might have been in the Tesla earnings call. I don't know, because they did an earnings call. I don't know what else he would have said today or what he would have been doing. Yeah, I'm still just hanging tight. I mean, any opinion that I have is not going to affect anything. But I do think that if things are going to start opening back up, and you know, and you're going to patronize these businesses and stuff, everybody needs to understand that they need to be doing all the things that we need to, you know, all the 6 feet and you know, masks, I guess, if you got them. I don't know, but it can't be a free for all. It can't just be back to normal handshaking and hugging, and you know, we have to do it smart. Otherwise we will spike again or whatever.
Our mall, Westtown Mall, is opening back up Friday.
Do you know if all the shops are actually going to open up with them?
They're going to open up with them. It's just going to be very, very limited on like how many people come in. they're supposed to, like, everybody's supposed to be 6 feet apart type stuff.
Wonder if they're going to have someone like someone posted up at every entrance counting with walkie-talkies, communicating how many people they're letting in. That's going to be...
They're going to try to do, I guess, assume better than Walmart with their shit, but yeah.
I mean, there's digital counters too. I mean,
like Whole Foods, they were just doing 60 people. That's it. And they would mark each person that came in, and then there would be one person, you go in one entrance and then you leave another exit. It's on the other side of the building. So that dude would call the person at the entrance saying, okay, 2 left. And then they would let 2 in.
We tried doing that.
Yeah.
People don't read signs. We're supposed to have an indoor and an outdoor.
Oh, they got people posted up there.
Yeah. We have signs.
Well, that's good to hear. I'm gonna go hit up that mall and go to the game store in there.
Yeah.
And
then
buy my video game for my PS1 collection because it's in summer, and that's what I do in the summer.
Yeah.
They started to open up gyms. I think gyms are supposed to open up Friday in Knoxville as well.
Yeah.
But they're doing, like, everything has to be 6 feet apart. So that's going to be weird at the gym. But yeah.
Yeah. Just
then
how am I going to get my bro to
They're
spot
just going to
me?
get weights thrown at them.
Yeah.
When are you starting a keto?
Fucking never. It's never gonna happen. I don't know.
Underground, man. Doing a fight club, right?
Underground Aikido, man.
That's what I want to do. I talked to my sensei for about 15 minutes a couple days ago, and he's basically at the same point I'm at. His attitude is much like mine, that at some point, life is dangerous and you got to get out there and do things. But our place is in a city building, and they're saying they're closed until further notice. There's no word on that. So I am trying to find locations for us to rent, and it's hard to find something that a small group can afford. Let me tell you, because I have looked fucking everywhere. I've driven around. I've talked to realtors and called numbers. And
I don't know if it's still the same. Well, it's a rec center, so it's probably closed. But the Springbrook Rec Center, we used to rent that out when I was in the band, and I think it was like $100 to rent it, to rent that upper room up at, what I'm talking about, Springbrook Rec Center.
Yeah, for one day you're talking about.
Yeah, for one evening. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're talking about, that's $1,200 a month. That's if you were to do that 3 times a week. So that's a little. You
guys do it 3 times a week?
Yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Oh shit! For some
Okay,
reason I thought it was just Friday.
It would be cheaper to just like rent a little house, like a $600 a month house, all of you, and then you just meet there.
Yeah.
Believe me, that occurred to me, renting a house and having a big enough living room, and I'd live in it and pay part of the rent.
There you go.
I definitely thought about it.
Yeah.
So.
Or what about churches? Are they allowed to do their thing right now? Or
here
I haven't seen a single church that's open anywhere.
No?
And I doubt that a church that is not open for service would allow somebody else to come in and to their rec center or whatever. But I have also considered churches. Yeah.
Yeah, they never shut down the churches here, but most churches just shut themselves down.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a funny video that I've been sitting on. I meant to bring this up last week, but I guess I just forgot. Let's see, unmute. This is kind of a parody on the information that we've been receiving over the past month.
Yeah, I really don't understand why everybody isn't following the same rules right now. They're very clear. So let's take a minute and let's go over them again. First, you must not leave the house for any reason, unless of course you have a reason, and then you may leave the house. All stores are closed except those that are open. And all stores must close unless, of course, they need to stay open. This virus is deadly. But don't be afraid of it. It can only kill people who are vulnerable and also those who are not vulnerable. We should stay locked down until the virus stops infecting people. And it will only stop infecting people if enough of us get infected that we build immunity. So it is very important that we get infected and also do not get infected. You should not go to the doctor's office or the hospital unless you have to go there. Unless, of course, you are too sick to go there. This virus has no effect on children except for those children in which it affects. The virus remains active on different surfaces for 2 hours or 4 hours or 6 hours, but in most cases it's days and not hours, and it needs a damp environment or a cold environment that is warm and dry in the air, unless the air is plastic. Schools are closed, so you need to homeschool your children unless you can send them to school because you are not home. If you are at home, you can school your children using various portals and online classrooms unless you have poor internet, more than one child, only one computer, or you are working from home. Baking cakes can be considered math, science, or art. If you are home educating, you can include household chores within their education curriculum. And if you are home educating, you may start drinking at approximately 10 a.m. every day. If you are not home educating children, you may also start drinking at approximately 10 a.m. Masks are useless at protecting you against the virus, but you still need to wear one because it can save lives. And in some cases, it may even be mandatory, but also maybe not. You must not go to work, but you can get another job, at which point you may go to work. Stay home. I don't know how many more celebrities we need to have tell you how important it is to go outside and take care of your mental health. There is no shortage of groceries in the supermarket. There are simply many things missing. You don't need to go buy a bunch of toilet paper, but you should buy some in case you need it. If you are sick, you may go out once you are better, but those in your household, they cannot go out once you are better unless, of course, they need to go out. Animals are not affected by the virus, except for that cat that tested positive in Belgium in February, plus a couple tigers. The number of corona-related deaths will be announced daily, but we don't know how many people are infected because we were only testing those who are almost dead to determine if that's what they will die of. The people who die of corona who are not counted won't or will be counted, but maybe not. To help protect yourself during these times, you should be eating well and exercising, but exercising only eating what you have at home to avoid going to the stores unless you need toilet paper or a fence panel. It's important to get fresh air, but don't go to parks, but do go walk in other places. Just don't sit down unless you are old or pregnant. But if you do sit down, don't sit for too long. Unless you are old and you are pregnant, in which case you need to sit down. But if you do sit down, don't eat unless you've had a long walk, which you're allowed to do if you are old or pregnant, except for times in which you aren't. Don't visit old people, but you have a moral obligation to take care of old people and bring them food and medicine. And finally, no businesses will go down due to coronavirus except those businesses that go down due to COVID-19. I hope this cleared up any questions about what we should and should not be doing during this time. Please educate your friends and family with this information so we can remove any and all confusion surrounding this time. Thank you.
That I don't know why you've been sitting on that video for so long, bro.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah, I just forgot to bring it up last week. Huh?
I agree with every word said.
Yeah. A lot of truth.
As long as what she's saying is the truth, then I agree with it.
Then I totally agree with it. As long as the data bears it out.
Otherwise, she's fake media that's just propagating, the truth.
Yeah.
Otherwise known as information.
All right, which one of y'all wants to go?
Play my video, Steve-O.
All right.
You guys are about to see a real life exorcism.
Oh shit!
I'm now worried about volumes here. Let's see.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm going to start it out low here.
Exorcisms is one of my specialties. I'm excited.
Hey, bitch, shut the fuck up. What the fuck is wrong with you? Don't be up here making all this goddamn noise in our community. I know you need help, I know you're homeless, but at the same time, chill out. You need Jesus, alright?
Leave me alone.
God bless you. You need Jesus.
You just leave me alone.
Bitch, fuck you. You need Jesus.
You need Jesus. I mean, can you imagine the Pope coming out up there in Vatican Square? Fuck you. You need Jesus.
I love you.
No,
I
I
know you
can't.
need help, but fuck you. You need
I would
Jesus.
love that. So yeah, it was a meth head tweaking out, and one dude decided he'd had enough of her screaming and decided to have a friendly little conversation about keeping our community peaceful.
I mean, if
He
the
did calm
neighbors,
down pretty quick.
yeah, I mean, if the
Yeah.
neighbor's dog is barking, you want to take care of the community. If the meth head is creating a
Wigging
ruckus,
out. Yeah.
That was
Gotta take
definitely
care.
a demonic language. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm,
100%.
mhm.
She was speaking in
I felt
tongues,
that.
but
Mhm,
demonic.
mhm.
Yeah, I
Yep,
felt
yep.
that cold chill down my spine that
It was.
that identifies the demonic language.
Yeah. The hairs that
fuck
are
you. You
growing
need
in my
Jesus.
ears stood out.
Yeah.
Those hairs
Stood
are
right out
always
of your
standing out, Dave.
I did. I
ear
could feel
holes.
it. They went. Whoa.
They tried to crawl out of his ear holes.
They did.
Yeah.
It was coming out.
Get up on out of here with my ear holes.
Oh, I saw a good one of Kenneth Copeland speaking in tongues. I wish I had saved that.
Did someone turn it into a trap remix?
Probably.
I hope so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they probably
It's
did.
the
but I'll
best.
try to find that for another day because his tongues were, I can't give them my seal of approval. They weren't
Oh, yeah?
they weren't nearly as good as the crackhead there. Yeah, you got to have a certain flow to your tongues. Like you
Yeah.
gotta,
You want to give us a taste?
no, I shouldn't
Yeah.
do that. I shouldn't do that.
Have a sip of that
I don't wanna-
whiskey, and
I don't want to freak anybody out. Who else had
Oh,
something?
I got a video.
Yeah.
Is it, the one you sent me, the World Star
yeah.
one?
These kind of videos are my favorite.
the World Star
Uh,
ones, yeah, me
The-
too.
right,
the World
Star
Star ones.
Well, it's not specifically
They-
World
are
Star,
good.
but
They've been working good for
all right,
us.
so
He means
For-
bird video.
yeah, it's the bird videos are my favorite. So
Hey, did we hear back
This-
from the bird guy?
no, not yet.
All right.
He's busy.
He's busy. He actually runs the Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram himself.
Mhm.
So he probably filters out a lot of
I would've
stuff.
thought
So,
he didn't have a huge operation.
yeah.
Got to maximize profit.
Low overhead.
So this video is actually
Clean.
2 videos into one.
Oh,
It is
okay.
clean. For the listeners, so what you're about to see at first or here is this trucker. I don't know why he had a turkey with him in his semi truck, and he decides, you know what, turkey, best go about your way.
All right.
So
All right, here goes.
yeah.
All right, door's open. Get the fuck out.
Oh!
Pause it. Okay. So in a second, you're going to see the video of the guy that was driving that car.
Wow.
Is what's coming up. Okay.
Shit.
All right. So
Okay.
you can press play now.
Oh,
We
man.
didn't make it very far.
That was the craziest fucking thing that ever happened.
Oh, my God.
30 miles fucking per hour, a fucking bird.
Damn,
Oh,
man.
my God.
Oh man,
Oh.
Man.
that's fucking crazy. That's a speed butterball, man. God damn.
Isn't the world an amazing place now?
See, if
So
it
for
wasn't
those
for
listening-
internet.
What a
For those
time to be
listening.
alive.
I mean,
So the truck driver punted the turkey out of his truck. Immediately, a car slams into it, and we get somebody cut these 2 videos together. We have the guy pulled over to the side of the road. He's got blood on his face. He's got a hole through his windshield. There's like a dead ass turkey in his driveway.
Yeah, like that fucker landed in his lap.
I mean, damn.
And his
dude.
airbag was deployed.
How could that? How does this fucking shit happen, man? God damn.
Oh,
That's,
man.
that's amazing,
And how did these 2 videos find each
Yes.
other?
right?
I just love those kinds of
The
videos.
internet finds a way.
Oh, that was great, Patrick. That was a good find, man. Just keep
Holy
surfing that
shit,
World
man.
Star, man. Just keep bringing the
I mean,
hits.
it's 2. There's no way they
Right.
faked right? It's just
No, that is not fake.
it's just a crazy fucking. Yeah, they say every month you have a 1 in a million thing happen to you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right? Yeah. So
You know,
you might not even know
after
what it might not be anything crazy at all or anything, but the way the chaotic systems that we live in and all this shit, you
Yeah.
have these kind of very rare events happen all the time. You just don't. They're usually very small and insignificant. Don't end up with you running over a turkey. Fucking road.
what was odd to me though was that when the car hit the turkey, I didn't see any bolts or computer chips come flying out of it. You would have thought
There was no blood from the turkey. There was only blood from the human.
That's true.
I mean, a turkey is a bird, right?
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely.
You know?
The guy even said it was a bird. He just said a fucking bird. He didn't identify the type of bird.
He didn't even know.
I mean, there's no doubt.
Like it's a big bird.
There's no doubt that a turkey flying through your fucking windshield is a party foul.
That
I
fowl
think
know how to
that's
party.
that's funny because this kind of goes along with a little experiment because I've been trying to, as you know, I've been trying to find things to talk about that's not Corona related.
Yeah.
And so I'd like you to pull up Google
Okay.
again and type into Google funny news. Now I'm going to make a prediction before you click on any of those news sites, because you'll have a list of news sites.
You want me to go ahead and hit enter now, though?
Yeah, go ahead and hit enter, and you're going to see a list of sites. So if you click any of those, I guarantee you there's 3 things you're going to find.
Okay.
You're going to find animal stories, particularly animal rescue stories. You're going to find people that won the lottery, and you're going to find Guinness World Record stories.
Okay. Should we start with
Click
the top
any
one?
of those, and this is what the news finds to be funny or strange or odd. And Patrick actually found a funny animal story, which was quite amazing to me. So we're on a UPI. Scroll down and
you got.
Get ready
goddamn
for a brand.
Wow.
Jesus.
Okay.
Biologist rescues dog from cliff over Missouri
Mhm.
River. Swan rescued from disused sewage tanks. Mother's Day gift earns woman $1.2 million lottery jackpot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Georgia man seeks Guinness record for Lego Star Wars collection. Veterinarians remove 4-inch metal fork from dog's esophagus, of course. Ice
All
cream
right.
shop giving out free yo-yos in Guinness World Records bid.
Ooh.
Huh.
Wow.
Let's go until we find one that's not one of those 3 things.
Okay. Police wrangle loose cow that tried to ram passing cars. Okay, that's
No.
I want to hear that story.
Reporter caught not wearing pants during live broadcast.
Oh.
There we go.
But see, that's COVID related. I would call that COVID related.
Okay.
Why?
Because
he's working from home.
Yeah.
Oh.
Stranger recovers diamond wedding ring lost on California beach. Uh-oh.
What?
Hang on, you hiccuping. See, man.
Okay, here.
Oh, Kentucky governor.
Kentucky governor apologizes to Tupac Shakur for unemployment mix-up. What the hell does that mean?
I bet that's COVID related.
It is.
Now, there's
I'm sure it is.
Pregnant woman runs into Arizona road to rescue.
Wait, the one above it was not related to anything?
Sign warns mystery human pooer to stop defecating on garage.
Now that might be a good one.
That might be
Do I
good.
dare click on anything on this website? I don't know.
Yeah, I think you're.
All right, let's see. What do we have here? An Australian resident posted a sign warning a mystery human pooer that cameras were being put up to discourage defecation on their property. The sign, which went viral after being posted to Reddit, is addressed to a mystery human pooer that has allegedly been leaving their poop next to the home's garage in Merrickville, a Sydney suburb.
Steve-O, Becca, I need an Australian accent.
Oh, God, no.
If you can read this, starting with we.
Is she a jogger?
I won't do it. That's too much. That's too
No
many
rules,
words.
Becca.
Let Brad do it.
No, it's a woman.
It
A
is a
woman
woman.
wrote it. Has to be a
Just
woman.
channel your inner Outback. You can start by saying
Pretend
no rules,
you just got
right.
a great big blooming onion, but there's no onion in it.
We have installed this fence and a camera. I'm so scared. No rules, just right.
There you go. Just repeat that to yourself until you're ready.
I haven't practiced any of these words.
No rules, just right.
We have installed this fence and the camera. I can't do it.
Go. Yeah, it's good.
It's good.
Better.
No, it's not.
It is.
To hand over to the police. It reads. We understand. I can't do it. I can't. COVID-19 is tough on everyone, but please stop shitting on our garage.
Garage.
They wouldn't say garage.
The sign
It's a
includes
garage.
directions to a nearby public toilet.
Oh, yeah. Read this next one. Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Also, make sure you chew food better, and whatever it is that makes it sticky, I'd get that checked.
Makes it
Baby,
sticky.
save me.
That's what it says.
Why do you know that much about it?
Right?
How dare you bail out Becca, Dave? How dare you?
So this is COVID-19 related. And it has the words COVID-19 in it.
That's just so it pops up on the
Steve,
search
back
engines.
out of this website.
Go back to Google.
Yeah, go back to Google.
Funny
Scroll
news.
down and pick another random news website.
All right, let's go. All right, let's go with tried and true MSN.com. Everybody remembers MSN.com.
Yeah.
The butterfly.
Microsoft News or something. Microsoft Network. Oh, geez. It's just.
Oh, this is like an aggregator.
Yeah.
Steve, I got a better idea. Why don't you pull up my other thing?
Why? Was that the same thing?
No.
Oh.
The other podcast thing I sent you?
Yeah.
Why don't you pull that up?
All right, Brad's done with this bit.
You guys are, yeah. Oh, well, yeah, just go ahead and put it on the screen. I was going to ask, guys, are you looking forward to any movie sequels coming soon?
Never.
No, Dave definitely isn't.
Dave doesn't.
Oh, so this is animal related. Thank you, Brad, for proving my point. I appreciate that. you segued that nicely.
Well, anyway,
You're right,
fuck all your movie sequels, because we got the best sequel ever. Harambe lives on. Scientists save gorilla sperm to continue the bloodline.
Oh, somebody's thinking ahead.
Well, Harambe died before reaching breeding maturity. There is now a way he can father future generations. As animal lovers mourn the loss of Harambe, the endangered silverback western lowland gorilla, scientists are working to find a way for the animal to live on. According to Cincinnati.com, the following Harambe's tragic death, reproductive biologists from the Cincinnati Zoo's Center for Conservation and Research of Endangered Wildlife extracted viable sperm from the mammal. The center plans to use the sperm in its reproductive programs, which include artificial insemination and genetic research. Shot and killed before he reached breeding maturity, 17-year-old Harambe will now have the opportunity to father future generations of this endangered species. There is a future, zoo director Thane Maynard said during a press conference Monday. It's not the end of his gene pool. As part of the species survival program, the zoo helps manage genetic diversity in the 300 gorillas under the program from the zoos around the world. The addition of Harambe sperm will ensure that there is enough diversity throughout the protected gorilla population, preventing the occurrence of genetic diseases and abnormalities. The director said the zoo has also been contacted by other scientists about using the tissues from Harambe's remains to help study and prevent genetic issues seen in gorillas. Healthy zoo gorillas are especially important since there are only 175,000 western lowland gorillas left in the wild. The Cincinnati Zoo has seen the birth of 50 gorillas, with the most recent being Ellie, born on August 2015.
Becca, you watch Special Victims Unit. How they get that sperm out of that gorilla?
It
Yeah,
hadn't even
Becca.
reached sexual maturity yet.
If you have to ask, you'll never know.
Show him some feet.
But speaking
Show 'em some
of
feet.
news only being animals and stuff, I saw an article the other day that basically called out how the news is garbage anymore, how there's nothing. But it was like the world is so crazy right now that nobody even realized the Pentagon released UFO videos.
Yeah.
I saw that this week. I was like, ooh, we can talk about that on the show.
Wow.
Yeah. Did you see that?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I didn't watch the videos.
I mean, they're interested. They're grainy. Once again,
They would be.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that they'd be clear.
Yeah. I mean, I have to assume that those planes have higher definition cameras than what's there. Maybe they're zooming in on a high def. Like it's so far away they have to like zoom in on maybe it's 4K, but they have to zoom in on a very small part or something. But
then they have to take a video of the video with a Motorola Razr.
I want to know why we don't have surveillance video from the birds from some UFOs. I mean, it's got to be.
Why would they give us that, Dave?
Well,
the government doesn't want you to know.
That just shows that birds aren't real, and people are going to be real mad about that.
They probably do have that information. They just wouldn't want us to know that.
What a cop out.
Let's see. I'm hoping this has the video on here so you can see it for yourself. And those watching the stream can see an even lower quality version.
It'll be the highest quality they've
here we
ever
go.
seen.
Okay, I think it's this way. CNN just got so much bullshit on their website, and then there's probably going to be an ad.
It goes to just show you the news is shit. There you go.
Yeah. Well, lucky for us,
It's probably a Charmin toilet paper ad too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because toilet papers need so much help right now.
Right.
All right, here we go. Here's your footage. I don't know if I need to bother even unmuting this. You do have the pilots talking. Let's see.
Is this one we've seen before?
Yeah, that's
I don't think so.
the one. That's the one, the Blink 182 dude.
Maybe this has something to do with him. Maybe he's like trying to get them to put this shit out. I did kind of think about that when I saw this. I was thinking, I wonder if old Tommy Boy is out there convincing Navy officials to release this.
We actually talked about this very video before. Yeah, it was a news story I brought.
There's a whole fleet of them. What can I say? My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude.
Looked like a manatee.
I'll show a picture of the Capitol building.
They do say, I mean, I've seen and I've read and I've heard, and I did have one very brief meeting on it, but people are saying they're seeing UFOs. Do I believe it? Not particularly.
Do you think you'd know if there were evidence of extraterrestrials?
Well, I think our great pilots would know. And some of them really see things that are a little bit different than in the past. So we're going to see.
It is interesting that he'd say he doesn't believe in it, but then he says that the pilots are great and they would know.
Well, the pilots are great, Steve-O. That's supporting our troops.
They have to be great in order to be a pilot.
They're tremendous.
I just don't know why they would release that at all. What are they aiming at there?
Yeah, I don't
know. Nobody's gonna
Transparency
right now. I mean, why work that in right now?
Maybe they're easing us into something. They know that there's some. They've been in contact with some aliens, and they really want to make themselves know. What?
I just figured it out.
Uh-oh.
They're gonna say that the aliens gave us the cure for COVID-19.
And that's very
I
sudden.
thought you were going to say they gave us COVID-19.
I thought that too.
A
Well,
little
they
of column A
they
and
did.
then a
They
little of
just feel
column B.
guilty.
They feel bad.
Well, yeah, we sorry we gave you those tainted blankets.
They needed us to chill out for a minute, so they gave us the COVID, but they also have the antidote.
Or it was like a bargaining chip. It was the aliens communicated with us. Let us take over your planet, and the planet was like, nah. And so they gave everybody the virus, and they said, we have the cure. Give us your planet, and we'll give it to you.
I think I remember the day that the planet said, nah.
There was an earthquake in California, right?
That's right. I've kind of felt it. I remember being watching some Top Chef or something, and I remember hearing, nah.
It was more of a feeling.
Yeah, a feeling washed over the world.
Nah.
The entire flat expanse of it.
What was this other thing? Was this something? Did you send me this, Nathan?
Yeah, let's just skip that today.
Okay.
Yeah, skip it.
Skip it.
I have this GIF of orchid mantises you can look at.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Those
dope.
are they real?
Yeah, those are real.
I don't like them.
Why not?
Whoa.
Because they're bugs.
What they do to you?
They try to look like a flower.
Yeah,
and
they're pretty.
mantises.
They're pretty, but they're scary.
Pretty scary.
You'll have that.
There's got to be a ton of stuff for that poem.
Oh, it's been done for a minute.
Well,
What?
I think it's that time. If you got that poem ready, let's hear it.
Oh, are you guys ready?
Showtime, baby. Do it in an Australian accent.
Hitch Slap said they were blaming aliens to save China.
There you go.
Get China out of the ringer.
Well, this one's called the Easy Keagull. And if you can't tell, it's a sexy poem.
That's actually what I named the show, by the way.
Of course you did. It had to be done.
Yeah.
You can. I got
I
it
don't know if
screenshot
Keagle's still
right
in
here.
there, but congratulations, buddy. You
Yeah.
made it.
Congratulations, Keagull. You've done it again. The king of Mayonnaise Mountain reigns supreme.
All right. The Easy Keagull. Testosterone therapy is how they've advertised it. You'll have fun exploring that feature. You have to pay for the table service, and it'll be more for different positions, but you deserve it. There are measures in place to keep you from shutting off. It's important to build immunity to the flow of information, and you will keep the exit peaceful if you time it perfectly.
Thank you, Becca. Thank you to Haywood Bank for our theme song.
Don't forget to follow us on Twitter. So, wait, I think we forgot to tweet it out this week. Well, usually we tweet out the link. But it's also a good place if you're an audio listener and you're just dying to watch the live stream. It's a good place to find a link so you don't have to go searching through YouTube. Because YouTube has certain rules about you have to have so many subscribers before you can make your own custom URL. And even when you do, the URL sucks. So go to the Twitter account and you can find the link right there. It's _verbal_assault_. And we do this live every Wednesday round about 10:30. And yeah, what else you got?
Definitely be sure to subscribe to us anywhere you get your podcasts. Leave a 5-star review on iTunes. And support us on patreon.com/verbalassault.
All new Patreon members we get this month go to Patrick's Baby Fund.
Yeah, guys, come on.
Help a brother out.
Come on, guys. Y'all got phones out there. You know how they work, even if they're shitty flip phones. All you gotta do is
Okay, let's change the title. Flip phones.
pull out your flip phone, dial that 865-316-6955, and tell us what Patrick should name his baby. he should name it Nathan, if he should name it Brian, if he should name it something else. Just fucking call the number. What is so goddamn hard about doing that?
Do what Jerry did. Jerry did.
Yeah, do what Jerry did.
Deuces.